Theatrephonic presents a special anniversary episode, The Private Investigator. Written by Barbara Jennings. It was the kind of day when a necktie becomes an instrument of torture. Every time a car went past in the street below, the window shade rattled like it was pretending there was a breeze to take the edge off the sweltering heat. I'd emptied the ashtray and was getting to work on refilling it, leaning back in my chair with my feet propped up on the desk. I blew a smoke ring and listened to a number I'd heard the night before as it replayed in my head. The sound of the saxophone spreading out in sorrowful exploratory waves. I planned on going back to being a cop after I'd put my 10 cents worth into defeating Hitler and his pals, but it didn't work out like that. Except where there's a battle going on, war gives you time to think. And I guess it makes you sort out your priorities. I decided I'd had enough of trying to ignore the graft, the indifference to truth, the donations to the Widows and Orphans Fund that made charges melt away faster than ice cream in August. So, I got myself a private investigator's license instead, with the grand idea of bringing a tad more justice into an unjust world. I was pondering that unjust world to the accompaniment of the sax when I heard footsteps on the stairs. High heel footsteps. I waited to see if they were heading for me or the accountant on the third floor. Turned out it was me.
Mr. Webster?
At your service. Have a seat, Mrs.
Tierney. Laura Tierney.
She was a treat for the eyes, from the high heels to the cute hat with its little veil. But she was unhappy. The veil couldn't hide that. Cigarette?
No, thanks.
What can I do for you, Mrs. Tierney?
I want you to find Maurice.
Is Maurice your husband?
No, I'm a widow.
She wasn't wearing black, so I figured Mr. Tierney had been gone a while and his replacement was giving her trouble. Half my business comes from dames who think men are cheating, and men who think dames are cheating. The sordid, petty details of their lives spread over this office like a film of dust. But maybe she would be different. When did you last see Maurice?
3 days ago. He left the house late in the evening, about 10:30, and didn't come back.
This ever happened before?
A couple of times he stayed away all night, but he's always come home the next morning acting kind of penitent and sheepish and bringing me something.
And you take him back?
Oh, yes. I just look into his eyes. He has beautiful eyes, and I forgive him.
That tenor sax in my head played a few soulful notes. I have to ask you this, Mrs. Tierney. Why come to me and not the police?
I felt... I'd rather you handle this, Mr. Webster.
So, Maurice was crooked, as well as irresistible. I wondered what his racket was. Can you tell me where Maurice spends his time? Where he hangs out when he's not at home?
No, I'm sorry. I ought to know that I don't. Please find it, Mr. Webster. I'm frantic. I'll pay you whatever you want.
I don't have a sliding scale based on desperation, Mrs. Tierney. I charge $25 a day plus expenses. Let's backtrack a bit and get some details, starting with a full description and a photograph if you got one.
Oh, yes, I brought the best one I have. Here.
I took a long look at the photograph. The saxophonist switched mood and slap-tongued to a conclusion. I thought about the rent. I thought about the unpaid bills. I thought longingly of the bottle of bourbon in the filing cabinet. Does Maurice have any distinguishing marks?
He has a small scar just below his left ear, and a patch of fur missing near the tip of his tail. And his name's engraved on his collar. Oh, Mr. Webster, when you find him, you'll understand. Maurice is simply the most adorable cat in the world.
You have been listening to a special anniversary episode, The Private Investigator. Written by Barbara Jennings, directed by Emmeline Braefield, with Tom Black as Webster and Lydia Kenny as Laura Tierney. Produced by Can on a Piano Productions. The music was performed by Lydia Kenny, who improvised around the Theatrephonic Theme Tune, which was composed by Jackson Pentland. For more information about the Theatrephonic podcast, go to cataonapiano.uk/Theatrephonic. Tweet or Instagram us at Theatrephonic, or visit our Facebook page. If you enjoy Theatrephonic and would like to get more content, please consider becoming a patron by going to www.patreon.com/Theatrephonic. Please don't forget to rate and review. Thank you for listening.
I've just seen that it says slap tongue. Oh my god, that's so difficult.
Yeah. She hates you.
I can scroll this piece of text.
Scrolling. Scroll on.
Private investigator looking for a kitty. Hoping for Tierney by his side.
Maurice.
Maurice.
And then
You got the
You know it is.
exploratory bit. Bang on though.
exploratory. No, my favourite bit is Hitler. And there's not often you can say that.
If you want. Can I do that again?
After the amount I've repeated, yes. I apologise, I had to burp.
So did I. How odd. So in sync.
We're totally in sync. It's the clap. Wait, no, we don't have. Never mind. It's when I see Emmy pick up the pen. I can't. I can't breathe. I really need to remember to breathe. I decided I'd had enough. Okay. I'm sorry, Lydia.
You can do it. And his name's... Oh, God. He has a small scar just below the left... Take 3.
Here, I can't do voices. I can't do words and I can't do voices, especially when the two go together.
Done that once.
You sound awesome though. I really liked it.
You sound awesome.
No, you.
We're an awesome pair.
You guys have.
Aww.
It's not going in the outtakes.